faham lah baca research paper ni. Susahnya bahasa Inggeris.
Hey mate, do you have problem in reading English materials? Do you know that there is a study done by ROSMAN et al. 2023 about the reading proficiency of non-English major undergraduates in Malaysia? Do you know that in the study, a reading test was conducted and 25 reading strategies was analysed being used by the students?
The researchers used quantitative approach for this study. 30 non-English undergraduate students from various universities in Malaysia. The study used non-probability sampling, which is voluntary responses. Since the study is to find reading proficiency level and reading strategies used by the participant, a test is needed. 2 sets of IELTS question was used. For the reading strategy, a questionnaire adopted from Gustanti and IU 2021 consisting 25 questions on cognitive reading strategies, which is pre-reading, while reading and post-reading.
In addition, after the research or after the test was done, it showed that there is actually quite a number of reading strategies that were used by the students or by the participants. And now let's talk about the top two reading strategies that were used by them. And those are number 1, rereading, and number 2 is guessing the meaning of a word. Rereading is a very simple and straightforward activity. It literally means reading again the sentence or the word that we find difficult to understand. Meanwhile, guessing the word means that we try to figure out the meaning behind the word that we find hard to understand beforehand. And believe it or not, it works. And it somehow helps us to understand the reading materials better and faster.
Alright, so now we are moving to the other 2 reading strategies. First is skimming the text quickly. Skimming is a widely employed reading strategy that serves as a valuable tool for quickly extracting the essence and main point of a text. This technique involves swiftly glancing through the content while focusing on the heading, subheading, and emphasize word or phrase that stand out, such as those words in bold or italics. Skimming proved particularly useful in the situation where time is limited, so it's enabling the students to acquire a general understanding of the material before engaging in more details from the reading text. However, the skimming may not suffice for texts that necessitate a more profound comprehension or intricate analysis. Instead, it is often served as a preliminary step that primes students for subsequent reading that involve other strategies. In our research, which encompassed the participations of 30 students, we obtained a mean score of 3.97, indicate that a significant portions of students actively employ skimming as a preliminary approach to enhance their reading experience and comprehension.
Oh, faham? Through this study, it can encourage more research to be done on non-English major undergraduates, reading strategies, and their English reading proficiency level. This research should be done on more specific parts of the demographic in Malaysia using this research as its framework. This is because different demographics have different factors of affecting an undergraduate's reading proficiency, such as academic and economic background, and also their environment at home or at school. The findings can assist educators and their students' differences in English reading proficiency and their usage of reading strategies. This can help create an understanding of what reading strategies that could work and could not work for their students. Students themselves can also review their mistakes and implement more reading strategies to help them improve in their English reading proficiency.
1, 2, 3.